What's going on, guys? I'm Dr. P, and welcome back today for yet another Fortnite Battle Royale video. Now, in this one, guys, we've got a lot to go over, and I mean a lot. But before we dive into all of that, I want to give you guys some quick updates. Number one, I've been streaming more often over on caffeine.tv, so if you're not already following me over there, go ahead and hit me up. We're almost already at 9,000 followers almost, which is incredible to me to think about how much we've grown on the platform since I started streaming back in February. So if you want a chance to play Dr. P Says, or win a gift, or even get added to my friends list, the number one way to do it is by checking me out and following me over on Caffeine. Also, if you want to be kept up to date and also see some funny other things I have to say, make sure to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram. Those links will be below as well. Also, let me know what you think of the camera here. I've thought a lot about trying to venture out into the realm of vlogging, or at the very least, including some more of the personal details of my life and documenting them here on YouTube, because let's be honest, it's a big part of who I am and what I do, and eats up a large part of my day. I figure there could be some content there. Anyway, I'm just talking. I would love to hear what you have to say about this super experimental idea. Would you be up for some IRL/vlogging stuff? Just let me know. Anyway, enjoy the video. Hey, what's going on, everybody? Today we got our very first major content update since the Season 10 launch, version 10.1. With this update, there has been yet another place to return to the game. Retail Row is back. There is a bit of a twist on it, though. We'll go over everything you need to know about this update and more, guys. Make sure to drop a like, subscribe, and let's get into it. So, as you can tell, Retail Row is back in the game. Mega Mall and Neo Tilted, the two places that came to be during Season 9, are no longer in the game, which I find very interesting. The lifespan on those two places did not last very long at all. Anyway, with Tilted Town, the twist is there's no building, there's no breaking. With Retail Row, there are zombies that go around and attack you, which is very interesting. I personally am not a fan. I've always hated the zombies every single time they were in the game. They're just annoying to deal with, especially in late game situations. I'm not a huge fan of the zombies, but I am a big fan of Retail Row, so I'm not exactly sure how I feel about this whole thing. I will say it does seem a bit counterintuitive to add the zombies, which a majority of players hated, and keep the mechs in the game, which a majority of players want to see vaulted or at the very least nerfed. Along with today's update, there has been a very special memorial added to the map. As you might recall, this is the area Kevin the Cube originally spawned, and today with the update, they added an official Kevin the Cube memorial. It's actually pretty awesome. As you can see, there is a much smaller version, a non-purple version of Kevin the Cube sitting here, and the thing about this that makes it really interesting, in my mind, is the fact that you cannot break this. Usually, if you're unable to break something, that means it's a major part of the storyline and could be important, and most times are, later in the season. We've been talking about the possibility of Kevin coming back for a long time, but this is like the first time he's actually kind of come back. Now, he has not come back fully, don't get me wrong, but at the very least, you can say Kevin is in the game as a memorial. So, there you go. I wonder if the memorial is kind of like a hint that possibly we could be getting the real thing back later this season. Wouldn't surprise me too much considering what's been going on in the game, what we saw in the cinematic trailer, and so much more. So let's rewind just for a second. Retail Row and Tilted Town are currently the only two places in the game that have what is called a rift zone around it, meaning the rift beacon spawned at these two places. There is a rift above the sky at these locations, and the locations have been transformed due to the power of the rift beacon, the 0 point. Really, we don't know, but something around there. These two places have almost like a dome surrounding the whole area, and once you enter the area, you're playing with a very specific change that's only effective in the area. Like I said, in Tilted Town, you can't build. Retail Row, there's zombies. There are inevitably going to be even more places that come back. I mean, I showed you a leaked list about 5 or 6 days ago that included Tomato Town, Anarchy Acres, Greasy Grove, Flush Factory, and more. I feel like all of these places that come in the future are going to have this rift zone or dome around them, and there will be something special going on for each one of these things. I think it's really interesting to do it like that though, because it makes the gameplay style so much different depending on where you are on the map, and it's really good for dynamic gameplay. Check out this tweet from Lucas7Yoshi over on Twitter. He says, a rift beacon has appeared in Dusty. This is where they are being made. This is not the rift beacon's final location. Pretty interesting stuff. As you know, the right building, the gray warehouse at Dusty Depot, has something going on there, and there are leaked stages, 4 different stages, and there appears to be something being built there. With the update today, we realize that they're actually building the rift beacons at Dusty Depot. Once it's completed, I'm guessing someone or something is transporting them to the middle of the areas that will be affected by the rift zone. We've had 2 rift beacons so far that have changed places, and there is a 3rd one that has been completed in the depot, which means in the next few days we should be getting another area with a rift beacon in it, and that will be the next place to change. I'm really excited to find out what place it's going to be next. Please let me know in the comments which one you think it's going to be so we can see who was right. I don't have any evidence to support this, but I'm just hoping it's Greasy because I loved that place. I can't even express to you how much I loved Greasy, so I hope it's next. Here's something pretty cool I found on Twitter, courtesy of Hey Stanny. He says, Salty Rift Beacon is found in the trailer. This should confirm that Salty gets changed. It's actually pretty interesting. In the background here, you can see there is what appears to be a beacon in Salty protruding into the sky like the Rift Beacon does. Also, in the bottom right-hand corner of the image, you can see what looks like a leaked image from the cinematic trailer that shows Salty Springs being changed into some sort of a lake. Based on the evidence in these pictures, I think there's a good chance we could be seeing Salty actually be one of the next places to change. Salty turning into a lake would be actually pretty bad for me because I love Salty almost as much as I love Greasy. Those are my 2 go-to areas, so I guess it would be a fair trade-off to get Greasy back and give up Salty. Wish I didn't have to do either. So now on to my favorite part of the update today. Of course, data miners were able to extract the weeks 3 and 4 loading screens for Season X, and as you know, over the course of the past 7 seasons or so, the loading screens have played a big role in letting people know what's been going on over the course of the season in terms of the storyline. So here is the week 3 loading screen. You can see we have Tomato Head and Durr Burger, very dark, very late at night, in Retail Row. In the background, of course, you see a massive zombie horde that's getting ready to close in on them and attack, and I guess they're looking to try and fend off the attackers, which is interesting. If you'll recall, Durr Burger and Tomato Head have been huge rivals. Ever since this storyline started, they've had several conflicts where they've fought each other, where they've tried to outsell each other and open up restaurants, but here, they're fighting side by side against common enemies. The simple solution for them would be to hit a launch pad and get out of Retail Row because the zombies won't follow you, but I guess that's too simple of an answer, a little too advanced. So here is the week 4 loading screen. This one is very interesting. As you can see, there is a rift in the sky that is being used to send down some kind of a weird Triceratops dinosaur statue, very similar to the one that we have in the desert area currently. It looks like the rift is being controlled by this person here, and it looks like this person controlling the rift is attempting to in some way harm the people below or destroy or mess something up because there is a lot of debris. People are running out of control as if they're trying to dodge this dinosaur statue. It's really interesting to think that they could send things through the rift like that, and I believe the reasoning and the explanation as to why that's happening is the item that's being held in the hand of this mysterious figure. Apparently, it's called a junk rift, which is a new item being added soon. I don't have details on it specifically, but I do think, however it functions, it's going to be pretty simple. I think you're just going to be able to send random junk flying down on people, which I think is an interesting idea. I don't say great, but it could work. We'll see. I'm super excited about Season X and what's to come. I want to see some of these places come back, and I think once Greasy gets back in the game, it could be over. I could be playing nonstop. I really love Greasy. I want to apologize for not uploading the past couple days. I've been busy, I've been streaming, taking care of stuff. It's not like I've been completely MIA. I've been live on Caffeine. I'm actually going to be live in a few hours from the time I upload this video, so if you want to participate in the stream, follow me on Caffeine. I'll have my live stream link in the description below for you. It's really simple to sign up, and if you haven't done so already, just take 1 minute, log in, sign up, and then follow me. Trust me, you will not regret it. We have a great time over there. Thank you so much for watching. I'll catch you in my next upload, maybe even my next stream, and until then, take it easy, and peace out, my friends.